Hello and welcome to Lesson 7 for Math 13x, Measures of the Center, and there's 4 of those: the mean, the median, the mode, and the mid-range. So for the mean, we actually have a symbol for that so that you don't have to write out the word mean all the time, and that is x bar. So I'm going to do 2 examples, one without using a calculator and then one with the calculator. I'm going to use the calculator to add numbers, but not have the calculator do everything for me. I'm going to do that on example number 2, but for example number 1, we'll do most of the work by hand. So to find the mean, what you do is you add up the numbers. So 12 plus 8 plus a 15, a 9, a 16, an 11, a 10, a 16, an 8, and a 9. So add up all of the numbers, and then you divide by however many numbers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So divide by 10. So let's see. If you want to do this all at once, right here, then you should put parentheses around the numerator so that the calculator knows that is the numerator. And sorry, but I just need to adjust real quick because it was getting dark. Okay, so 12 plus, I said to use parentheses and then I almost didn't. All right, parentheses, 12 plus 8 plus 15, and a 9, and a 16, and an 11, and a 10, and a 16, an 8, and a 9. So add all those up and divide by 10. So the mean is 11.4. The next one, the median. So the median is the middle number. And if you're going to find the median, then you first need to put the numbers in order. So looking at these, the 8 is the smallest, and there's actually 2 8s. And then next is 9, and there's 2 9s. And next is 10, and after that is 11, and next is 12, and then there's almost missed the 15, and then there's 2 16s. So because I know that there's 10 numbers, then you'd say these are the first 5 and these are the last 5. That means the middle is right in between. So the median is right in between. And because it's right in between of a 10 and 11, I need to average those two. So just add them together and divide by 2. So that's going to be 21 divided by 2, or 10.5. So there's the median. Next, the mode. So mode means what number shows up the most. So it's sort of like voting, except with mode there can be a tie. So notice that the 8 shows up twice, the 9 shows up twice, and 16 shows up twice. So this actually has multiple modes. So there's a tie, because the 8 shows up twice, the 9 shows up twice, and the 16 shows up twice. And then finally, the mid-range. So for mid-range, you just take the biggest number, the smallest number, add them together and divide by 2. So for the mid-range, take the biggest and smallest number and divide by 2. So on top, 16 plus 8 is 24, and 24 divided by 2 is 12. So there we've done the 4 measures of the center, doing almost all of the work ourselves. And now use the calculator. So these are the amount of points that LeBron James scored in recent basketball games. And we're going to use the calculator. So first of all, go to Stat and then Edit. And from one of the earlier problems, I have all these numbers in here that I need to clear out. So go to the top of the list and then use Clear. When you move the cursor, they're now cleared out. So for his points per game, 26 and 20, 25 and 40, 18 and 29, 31 and 19, 26, 31, 34, 28, 30, 25, and 21. Okay, now all of this work that we did right here, the calculator will do almost all of that for us. So to have it do that, just go to Stat and then move over to Calc, which stands for Calculate. And on this list, we're going to use number 1 over and over and over again. Many weeks from now, we'll use number 8, but in this list, we just use number 1, one variable statistics. And now you need to tell it what the list is. So mine already says list 1. If yours says something else, the numbers of the list are right under their numbers. So list 1 is under number 1. So just go second and then the number 1. And then it's going to say L1. And then just move down to, oops, I hit something wrong. Oh, because I have 2 lists in there now, that's confusing it. Okay, I forgot, I need to clear out that list and then put second L1. All right, then go down to calculate. And the first one is the mean. So it added them all up and it divided by 15 because there's 15 basketball games. So the mean equals 26.867. And next is the median. So this little arrow right here is saying scroll down. So just scroll down. And then it says that the median is the 26. So the median equals just a 26. So if you put them in order, that would be the middle number. Now, it does not do the mode or the mid-range, but it gives us the information that we need for the mid-range, because you just take the smallest number, 18, the biggest number, 40, add them together and divide by 2. So for the mid-range, that just equals, take the smallest plus the biggest and divide by 2. So parentheses 18 plus 40 gets divided by 2. So that equals a 29. And then finally, the mode means what's showing up the most. And what I'm going to do is just put the numbers in order. So go to Stat, and then choose number 2, Sort. And then put second L1. And now they're in order, and it'll be easier to see if there's repeats. So go back to Stat and choose number 1, and then look for any repeats. So I don't see any repeats yet. Okay, there's 2 25s. So I'm not going to write this as my answer, but I'm just going to write that there's 2 25s. And what else? There's 2 25s. There's 1, 2. So there's a tie so far, 2 26s. And then a single 28, a 29, a 30, 31. Oh, there's 2 31s, and that's it. That was the last number. Okay, so that means that it actually has 3 modes. So there was a tie. They all had 2 apiece. So 25 showed up twice, 26 showed up twice, and 31 showed up twice. And now, what percent of the games did LeBron score above his mean? So in other words, how many games did he score above 26.8? So basically that means 27 or better. So how many were 27 or better? Which is also a reason having it in order is good. So 27 or better. So that would be this one, 28. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this says that there's 15 games total. So 7 divided by 15. And then if I put second quit, I can do 7 divided by 15. And then that would be 0.467. Move the decimal over by 2. And that would be 46.7%. All right, that's the first question. The last question is, what percent of the games did LeBron score above his median? So above 26. So that's actually the same, which is sort of what the mean and the median are supposed to do. Because basically if you pretend that all of these are the scores, then the mean and the median are supposed to be in the middle. It's not going to be exactly in the middle every time, but basically it's supposed to be about 50% on the left and about 50% on the right. Since the median was 26 and I said above that, that means 27 or better, which is the same thing as this. So it's also 46.7%. So it's not exactly 50-50, but it's pretty close. So that's the job of the mean and the median. They're supposed to tell you what's in the middle.